Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Alex. I'm one third of Comeback Kings. Today, I want to talk to you about the NFL. Who's going to land where? Who's going to be first, fourth, second, eighth? I mean, what you got, baby?
So, as a basketball fan, as a lifelong New Yorker, I want to talk about the KD saga. It's been the story of the summer. Took another turn today. Let's talk about that. How's it going to affect the league? What about you got, Paul?
I want to talk about the NFL Hall of Fame. Who gets in, who doesn't? It doesn't make any sense to me. And we'll discuss should there be levels of it.
I want everybody to stay right there. We'll be right back on the other side.
Side caught by Diggs. Stay on it. Oh my God! 30, 10. Are you kidding me? It's a Minneapolis
Is going to put the ball on a play. He's not being guarded. It goes to Bird. Bird up fakes. Bird takes the shot. It's gone! It's gone! Oh my goodness! I can't believe it! It is gone from the corner! Oh my! What a magnificent finish to this ball game! Bird! Bird from the corner! Bird did it! He did it with no time left on the clock! 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 Left on the clock!
So, what's going on, everybody? So, like I said, my topic that I want to talk about is the soap opera of the summer. It's better than Days of Our Lives, all the whatever.
I don't know about that, but
No. It's definitely better than that.
It is good. It is good.
But so KD, beginning of the summer, decided he was going to request a trade from the Nets, even though he has a 4-year, $198 million extension kicking in this year. Then he turned around and said, I'll think about staying if you fire Steve Nash and
Like,
Sean
who
Marks.
are you? Who are you?
Yo, I mean, you got to look at it like he's the team. They did everything. They got rid of their young core. They brought in his guy. They brought in his coach. Like he's the franchise.
Kyrie's only a part-time player with them, right?
Doesn't matter. There was his guy, and that's
Kyrie
why they showed up,
decides he
right?
wants to play.
They got the you had those two guys, and you got the rest of the super friends, whoever you could get. You ended up getting James Harden, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan got a crazy
Blake Griffin
contract.
washed. DeAndre Jordan washed.
But that's their people, and that's why they wanted them, right?
Yeah,
So
they're
he's the team. Like
Yeah.
you got him to be the franchise, the face of the franchise, and he got his people because that's what you're gonna do because you're trying to appease them, right? It's like what do you call it? Like rappers with their entourage. So like you're gonna get Jay-Z, but Memphis Bleak in the back, he's gonna cut it too.
My problem with this dude is straight up sensitivity. He's oversensitive, and you want to jump over to the Boston when he was potentially going to come to Boston. I was like, yo, Boston should not do that trade.
Look, like I said, skill wise, athletic wise, I think it's a good move for Boston because what you're gonna give up, Jaylen Brown, maybe Marcus Smart, picks, but you're gonna bring in a guy who's skill wise right
Yo,
now.
You were
top
just in the
two-
finals. You're just in the finals. Why would you mess with that?
Because you're theoretically making a team even better. That's why you would make that. That's the whole reason anybody has gone out their way to get KD.
Trust Kevin Durant. Even if you look at his frame in the NBA, he looks like he's soft. He just looks like a frail person to me. That's just my opinion. You know what I mean? Let me be clear. KD is top 5 in the league right now. You know what I'm saying? Let me be clear about that. But there's something to be said about your boy barking on people at Twitter, making fake accounts.
Don't talk about my Burner Boy like that, man. My man Burner Boy's out here.
What is up with this dude, man?
Look,
I don't understand. Kevin bleeping, like your boy Skip said, Kevin bleeping Durant. Why would you entertain a fan? Why are you entertaining that?
I mean, look, we've had this conversation before. He's soft, like I said.
Marshmallow fluff.
This is why Braun's the guy. I'm not even gonna get into it, but that's another topic for another day.
Athletically, physically gifted, like he's one of the top 5 most physically gifted people to play the basketball.
Yo, let
But
me ask you
once you
this.
throw
You
in
remember
all
his
these-
draft class?
Yeah,
Who went first? He didn't even go first.
Odin went first.
Where's Odin at?
Harden had terrible knees. He couldn't stay healthy.
I think I looked through his draft class.
Graduated
I
at
wanna
45 years old.
I
All
mean,
of
he
those
looked like he was a
dudes in
solid-
that draft class, KD's the only one still in the league. From 1 to 20, I think KD's the only one still in the league.
I mean, you gotta think about it. Like until that Achilles injury, like he had been
Now, let me be like
Healthy.
KD is that dude,
like
but does he elevate the other players around him?
Can you trust him?
Can
I
you
don't-
trust him?
If he got traded to
Does
Boston,
he elevate every
who says
other
he's not
players
going to
around
do the same thing next year if he's not
He
happy
is.
where he is
But you
in
gotta
I'm
think
Boston?
about it.
I'm
But you gotta
saying
think
that
about
he
it, right?
is
Look,
gonna do that.
But you gotta think about it, right? Look, let's say he goes to Boston, right?
Boom.
He already knows it's not his team. When did he thrive? He thrived as far as the playoffs go
I'll give you that. I'll give
in
you
Golden
that.
State
I'll give
because
you
he
that.
knew it wasn't his team.
Because he know
It
he
was-
doesn't
it
have.
was
there's
Steph's
nothing-
team.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Like, so if he goes to Boston,
He
it's
knows,
Tatum's
he
team.
knows, he knows,
And he could be, I told you, Tatum could be Diana Ross. They get to be the Supremes, and he's happy. Because he will light up. Because what did he do in Golden State when he wasn't
I'll
the
give you that.
guy?
I'll give you that. He went off
You know-
until Draymond had some
And then,
words
yeah,
for him.
Draymond was like, you know. we
Draymond's
won-
got worse than everybody.
Yeah, but Draymond was like, we won before without you. We'll win without you again.
And
And,
they did.
and
to
it
be
happened.
honest, they did.
So like that's what I think. I think that's that's the issue. But then today, allegedly, you know,
Allegedly, I think that's actually true.
they had a meeting with Joe Tsai's wife, Rich Kleiman, KD.
Why is the wife there? Why is
Because
she
they're the
there?
governors of the team.
Head custodian was there too, just to make
Hey,
sure
I think
everybody
she
was
does
involved.
she does a little persuading of her own.
She's
probably.
one. They're the governors of the team. So, but they were there. They were with his business partner, Rich Kleiman. They apparently they hugged it out. They kumbaya. Now he's like, I'm all in. We running him back.
Go
Honestly,
ahead.
I think that what ended up happening was he saw that there was no market for him because of the way things are set up. You know, you have Ben Simmons who's on a max rookie contract. They can't take on anybody else who's a max rookie contract. So the Nets can't get back all the things that they want for him. You couldn't get back DeAndre Ayton. You can't get back Booker. You can't get
Well,
back.
they were asking for crazy stuff.
They were asking, but you got to think about it. It's also you got to look at the market. I mean,
Is
like
that the market for KD?
I guess it wasn't
Yeah.
the market because the deal wasn't
No,
made.
but the problem
it
was-
wasn't made.
no. But
exactly.
the bigger issue was because they couldn't make that deal because a lot of the people that they wanted, even if they would have traded to him, the Nets couldn't take on because they have Ben Simmons, and they have Ben Simmons on that rookie extension contract, so that you can't take Devin Booker, you can't take DeAndre Ayton, you can't take all these other people back.
You know what was ill too? Soon as KD said that, it was ill how you seen all these teams started like signing their guys. I don't know if you noticed that. You know what I mean? They started signing like, no, you're not going anywhere. Boom, you're in, you're in, you're in, you're in. You know what I mean?
Or they locked him up so to put him in a deal. If they had to make a deal, they wanted to have everybody to be locked up.
Yeah, but then like I said, it just. But you got to think about. Look, I think that is the market for KD because if you look at Rudy Gobert, what they get for Rudy Gobert? Six draft picks. Like if Rudy Gobert is getting 6 draft picks and like
Rudy Gobert got 6 draft picks.
yeah, and
That's
they got
disgusting.
you got 6 draft picks and whatever else they gave up.
That is disgusting.
You don't think? So what is KD worth? Like 10 draft picks? Like he's just gonna give him the team.
Yeah, but let me argue the other side of this. If you're KD, why do you want to leave?
Cause you're soft.
No, but I'm saying you got Kyrie Irving, who is probably the best point guard in the league when he plays.
Because you realize
If Ben Simmons comes back, which I think that he's gonna come back, and he doesn't even have to do what he did with the Sixers. He just has to do a little bit with him Ben Simmons. Oh my goodness,
Durant's going to have to lead that team.
but that's the thing.
That's the
I
thing.
think that's
He's
what
going to
happened.
have to
I
be the
think
leader.
Because like I said, because he's like what
I'm
Russell
not dis-
what did Russell Westbrook say? Cupcake.
I'm not,
But so
Melted butter.
so he
I'm
look
not saying-
he gets to go to a team like he wants to go to a team where he's not the guy, even though at the end of the day he created this team for himself to be the guy, and now he's like, you know what? It's a little more than I really thought about. I thought it was gonna be in. We was gonna be out here dapping it up, throwing peace in each other, and I was gonna get another easy ring. That's what I guess I honestly think in his mind he thought I was gonna come to Brooklyn. I'm gonna get an easy ring. Everyone's gonna love me. I might get some waves out this. You know, somebody in Brooklyn might teach me how to brush my hair, and we gonna be good. But once he saw Kyrie's a part-time player. James Harden saw the writing on the wall, and he was like, "Yo, I'm out. See y'all later. You got Ben Simmons, whose back hurt, and then his shoulder, and at the end of the day, his mentally he just was. There's another guy on the same boat.
Yeah, let me ask you this: is Kevin Durant top 5 in the league right now? Is he top 5 in the league right now?
That's
Can you
hard.
make that argument?
I would say, like, just pure athletic ability, yes. But once you factor everything else in, no. I don't think.
All right. The reason I say this is one of my boys has him top 5 all time. All time top 5.
No, it's the same. We had this conversation earlier.
Yeah.
Like, I think athletically skilled, I think he's one of the top 5 players who's ever gotten on the court. If you only look at his athletic ability.
All right. So
once you go beyond, then you go the intangibles, mentality, you go leadership, all that stuff. Like, I don't that knocks him down a lot in my eyes because he's not the guy. He can't be the guy.
Is he top 10 all time?
No,
Is he top 15 all time?
maybe.
Is he top 20 all time?
Yeah.
I don't even think he's top 20 all time.
What about you, P? We got him on this.
I was watching somebody react to Larry Bird highlights, and I was watching them play. He would have got destroyed, like physically just destroyed if he ever played back then.
would've?
Durant.
Yeah.
I mean, physically,
I won't
ability-wise.
say physically.
Ability-wise. But
No, I think-
physically,
I
they
think-
would have destroyed
Listen
him.
what I'm
think
saying.
physically-
I don't think physically. I think they would have ate him up emotionally.
Emotional. Oh,
That's
on top of the
That's
physical.
on top of that. But I think physically,
He's
Physically,
because
he would've
too
been
frail.
If you look at the 80s and the 90s, they were taking guys out. Like, this is when, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar turned around, got elbowed, and he's just laid some dude out.
I can do that.
Like,
Kurt
You don't think-
Rambis.
you-
Kurt
let me
Rambis
ask you
gets
this.
clotheslined
You don't
and
think
lands
Durant's
up on the floor.
You don't think Durant's a scrapper?
Yeah, no. Those guys back then would have fought. If you got in a fight, they would actually throw punches.
So
yeah.
So
And what is he, 100? He's like 220 pounds soaking
no,
wet?
Durant's like 240.
Nah.
No.
I looked it up. It said he's 6'10", 240.
That's all right. They had, what's his name listed as like 6'3". What's his name? CP3. He's nowhere near 6'2", 6'3". Look, they can say whatever they want. He's maybe 220 soaking wet with a bag of bricks on his back. So he is not the guy. I don't think he's gonna be the guy that's gonna be out here just trying to deck somebody, clotheslining somebody. And on top of that, we've seen his mentality. My man, I told you, he was Burna Boy for a reason.
Larry Bird would have had him crying.
You think so?
Larry Bird would have had him crying.
So here's my top 5, just to end it on this. In no really order. So you got MJ 1, LeBron 2, right? You got Mr. Russell 3, Wilt 4. You got Bird and Magic. The reason I say Bird and Magic, because they're synonymous with each other. You can't say one without the other. Right there, you're already at 7. You're already at 7. And I could go on and on why he's not even top 20. He's just not.
I think top 20 could be borderline for him. But
He's teetering. And
Yeah, I give him around the 20.
I'm saying all my top 20, they were dogs. They get in your head. You can even say like who?
I mean, but that's what
Karl Malone?
That's what-
Are you putting him ahead of him? You know Malone. Are you putting him ahead of Barkley? Are you like
Shaq?
You putting him ahead of Shaq? Kareem? I'm telling you, you can name off 20 real quick that you're not putting Durant ahead of them. You're just not. When you start thinking about it, are you putting him ahead of Isaiah, Iverson? No.
I'm putting everybody out here, Isaiah. He's gonna be this guy. He got left out of the dream team.
But anyway, go ahead.
Plus what he did to the Knicks, man.
He's still salty about the Dream Team.
Here we
But
Here we go.
but honestly, like I said, I just want to see what they want to do, what they're gonna do this season. If you really come back and they're on board, and you got Kyrie, who doesn't have to worry about the vaccine mandate this year, and he's gonna be your point guard.
But Kyrie knows gonna be something else.
Depending on however many games he wants to play, because allegedly he can't. When he was talking to them about an extension, he was like he wants to play no more than 60 games a year. He wants to take back-to-backs off. Like, so we'll see. But if
We'll
you
save that for
have
another
Kyrie as the point guard, you have KD as your main guy, You got Seth Curry. You got Joe Harris. You got Patty
That's a
Mills.
squad. That's a squad.
You got,
That's a
and then you
squad.
got Ben Simmons if he comes back, and you don't.
I'm gonna start calling Ben Simmons Benny Sizzle.
But you don't have to worry. But I mean, you gotta think about it. Ben Simmons, he can be better than he was in Philly
That's what I'm
because
saying. They don't even need him
because
to be like
he-
go out there.
he doesn't have to be the point guard. He
Yeah.
doesn't have to be your ball handler. You don't have to worry about him shooting a three.
Just to make sure Sciatica doesn't act up.
That he just has to. All he has to do is go out there, play some defense, get a layup. If he can do a layup or a dunk, because remember he passed up on a dunk for was it the layup for Philly. So if mentally he's back there, he can at least put a layup down or put a dunk down. He's like 6'10", so should be able to dunk standing up. But it'll be a good. You can look at that trio and be like, yo, they could run it.
Yeah, okay.
Right now, they're with KD coming back. They're what do you call? I think Caesars knocked their odds down to 9-1.
What were they last year? They were number 1, right?
They were number 1 last year,
Wow.
but they were 18-1 before KD said he's coming back.
If he comes back, they're gonna be back up there again.
Now they're 9-1, so they're the fourth.
Yeah.
I think they're the fourth team in the
And
the.
watch that even change. Watch if preseason starts, which I think is like October, and they're all playing together. You watch those odds. Watch.
We gotta see. Everybody. There's a lot. I would say that there is a lot of like. That's one of the teams where there's a lot of ifs and maybes.
I know. You don't
Especially when
wanna
you
deal
look at, like I
with
said, when you got your boy Kyrie, you got your boy Benny Simmons.
Kyrie
got-
may have Durant tapping out by halfway through the season.
You got Steve Nash who's still trying to learn how to coach.
What offense is he running? The circle offense.
He's about to suit up and start running the point guard himself.
Didn't he play soccer too?
He did.
He might try to run some soccer plays or something.
But like that's a team where it could be like they could be top 2, top 3, or they could be bottom 2, bottom 3, and
No,
get
I wouldn't go
swept.
that far. They're gonna be.
No. I mean
Yeah.
like bottom of the playoffs and then get booted like they
Yeah.
did this year. Like I think their ceiling is so low, but their floor is just as low.
Yeah, I agree with you. We're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna come back on the opposite side. Thanks for tuning in.
E.Sweets is a delicious dessert shop out of New Bedford, Massachusetts. They specialize in chocolate-dipped strawberries, flavored cake pops, chocolate-smothered pretzels, Oreos, and so much more. E.Sweets can customize any order for any occasion. Having a birthday, E.Sweets. Celebrating an anniversary, E.Sweets. It's never too late. Contact them ASAP. If you're on Instagram, search at eti.sweets. And if you're on Facebook, search at e.sweets.
Welcome back. Today, I want to talk about NFL 2022 picks. These are my picks, top to bottom, each division. I'm gonna start off with.
Are we gonna go division by division?
I'm going by division. I'm gonna do the first. My first. I did it north, south, east, west, and I started with the AFC.
Okay.
I don't know if that makes
All
any
right.
sense. So in the AFC North, I have Ravens, Bengals, Browns, Steelers.
I honestly have the Browns at the bottom just because they're about to miss their boy Deshaun Watson for 11 games, even though you said it wasn't going to be more
What
than
did I
6.
say? What did I say, P? I said 8. Did I say 8? 8 is closer to 11 than the whole season.
I mean,
Yeah.
You said the whole season. Come on. I still think they're going to make some noise. I think, I'm going to be honest, my picks are basically based around the quarterback and the defense.
so like I said, I have the same thing. It's just I flopped the Steelers and the Browns. I think the Browns are going to have a hard time. I don't even know who their backup quarterback is right now.
Who, the
so,
Browns?
Yeah.
It's Brisket. Jacoby
Brisket.
Brisket.
Jacoby Brisket?
That's how I call him Brisket. He's the guy, and I think he's amicable. I think he's a legit backup. He's gonna get them some wins.
I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong, but I think the Steelers will have a better season. But we'll see how it goes. But otherwise, what do you think, P, on that division?
I have it Bengals, Ravens, Browns, Pittsburgh last. I think that Deshaun Watson, if he comes back, can pull him a couple of games ahead of Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's offensive line is horrible.
Who's the quarterback? I don't even know who's the quarterback.
Pittsburgh?
Yeah, their
It's up
defense.
the kid they drafted, Trubisky. They got
Yeah, I
like,
was gonna say they have like a
they
couple.
got like
guys.
three guys, and they all played pretty well last preseason game. But
All right, so
That's
that
the
was
way I'm
that was the
going.
north. We going south now?
Is it AFC South? I got the Titans, Jaguars, Colts, Texans. Those are my picks.
I think I flopped the Indy with the Jaguars. I think Indy has a better team.
Who's the quarterback in Indy?
It's
Matt
Matt
Ryan.
Ryan.
yeah,
Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
Who's the quarterback for the Texans?
me. They're about,
Ryan.
they're about to give me a call. They're about
That's
to give me a
Davis
call.
Mills.
Jaguars is the Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor
guy.
Lawrence
Yeah.
kid, yeah.
I put the only reason why I put Tennessee once again my thing with the quarterback and the defense is because I feel like they're always like kind of right there. I think this might be the year. I don't know what they're gonna do in the playoffs, but regular season they've been winning that division for how long?
They lost A.J. Brown though.
They lost AJ Brown, but I think they're still overall. I think they're still the
Still
most
got D.
talented
Henry
team.
though.
Yeah, if he stays healthy.
If he stays, but I
If he
think
doesn't get hurt.
I think it's
Yeah,
still
we're
the
not
most.
dealing with ifs.
I think right now they're still the most talented team.
Yeah, they're the best team in that division,
And
right? So that's one.
We got to see the
That's,
D. Henry
that's
thing.
debatable because Indy
gotta
made
see
some strides.
You think Indy's gonna go to number one?
Indy was a good team last year with not a good quarterback.
Who's the quarterback?
Carson Wentz.
Oh yeah.
Matt Ryan is definitely an upgrade.
All right, so what do you got then? What do you have that division, top to bottom?
I got it. I had it.
What you got?
I got it. Colts, Titans close, then Jaguars and Texans. Jaguars gonna make it a little bit
So
better
we,
season
so
this
we
year.
all agree that you Texans are at the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, Texas at the bottom.
Yeah,
but
they're not- they're not-
he thinks
in the middle.
Indy's gonna be able to overtake the
All right.
the
Yeah.
Titans
Another
this year.
thing too, like we're gonna revisit this mid-season and then the end of the season, if that's cool with you
All right.
cats. So we can see how much jerks we look like. All right, here it is, the infamous AFC East, and you know how that is around here. People get a little shaky bakey, but I'm gonna say like this. This is what I'm gonna say. This is what I'm gonna say like this. I'm gonna say just like this. There's nothing to be shaky about, especially you New England people. You know the Bills run this spot right now. So I got Bills 1, Patriots 2, Dolphins 3, Jets 0. I don't want to disrespect the Jets, but I'm going to say this. One thing we can kind of say for sure about this division, Bills will be 1, Jets will be 4. The middle, we don't know about. But go ahead.
I
Jaime,
mean,
what you got,
I was gonna say
baby?
I got more or less the same. It's just I think Miami. We got to see how Miami's new offense is gonna mesh together. You got what's it, Tyreek Hill on there now. As far as the Jets, I mean, it was rough. It was a rough go to begin with, and then they lost Mekhi Becton. They got somebody else injured. Like it's good. I mean,
The only thing I like about the Jets is the coach. He's the
You like Salah?
He's the ball cat, right?
Yeah.
He represents for the ball brothers out here. That's what I like about him.
No, but to be serious, like it was going to be a tough go of it with the Jets, and now you got Zach Wilson, you got Mekhi Becton, there was another big injury. Like it's going to be
When
hard.
did they get injured? Are they
Yeah,
getting
but Wilson's
injured?
going to be fine.
Wilson's going to come back, but Mekhi Becton's out for the year.
Zach Wilson? You think he's gonna be fine?
No. He's coming back.
He's
It
coming
was
back
just
from his
sprained.
injury.
Oh, okay.
Like he's going to come back.
No, I'm saying performance-wise. I'm not
think he-
arguing the injury.
Performance wise, he's just got a picture of the other team's moms out there. He's going to be out. He's going to be out here.
He's going to make that pass.
What you got in that division, P?
I got Buffalo easy. Dolphins.
Wait. You said Buffalo easy?
Yeah, 13 wins, 4 losses maybe.
Oh, wow.
Dolphins probably around 10-7.
You're putting,
Pats maybe
You're putting the Patties at 3.
right behind the Dolphins and then the Jets. Jets are going to have a good team in a few years.
Yo, you don't think the Patriots are still feared in that division? I'm
After
keeping it
Buffalo
aside.
handled them last year, no.
No, I think that's gone right
That
now.
went when Tom Brady walked out the door.
So let me
that
ask you
fear.
this: even with Brady not being there, you don't think the Bills would rather play the Jets in Miami?
Yeah, but
I'm asking you.
I don't know right now, especially
and do you
when
think
look at
the Jets would rather
when you
play-
look at the offense, when you look at the offense that Miami's put together, like
Buffalo has to be confident in beating New England after the way
But
they handled it.
that's also true.
I still think they'd rather play Miami or the Jets over the Patriots.
Well,
I still feel the Jets would rather play the Bills.
And-
I feel that Patriots just have that in that division. That's just me.
That's probably Belichick factor.
That's what I'm saying.
After years of dealing with
I don't-
Belichick,
that's what
but
I'm
he
saying.
doesn't have the same talent he had with Brady behind center.
All right.
all right.
Where
So let's
we
go to
at
the
now?
West.
Where
The
we
West,
at? The AFC West.
and I think this is the hardest division of the four in the
You guys
Any
You
team.
guys might
This
bug
could come
out
in
on
any
me on
order.
this. So
Go ahead.
I got Broncos, the Chefs, because I spelled the Chefs, should be Chiefs. Broncos, Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders. What's up? What's up? Tell me your disputing.
I don't know. You're gonna take Denver from going from last in that division to first.
I'm
That's
taking
tough.
Denver
that's
because-
a big step.
Okay, their
Ciara factor?
defense is legit, right?
Yep.
And like I said, I go by the quarterback. You know they got Russell Wilson, right?
Yeah, I know
And
that.
Kansas City doesn't fear me anymore. Like I'm not. After Mahomes got exposed in the Super Bowl and the playoffs, they're not the same. And
it's-
they lost Tyreek Hill.
But they started off bad last year, and then they finished at the top of the
I don't-
division.
I don't-
And it's still the regular season. Maybe you don't fear them in the
I don't
playoffs.
fear the Chiefs. Chargers are still
It's like-
growing, even though the Chargers defense is legit. And I like that quarterback. What's that quarterback's name for the Chargers?
Herbert.
What's his name?
Justin.
Herbert. Herbert. I like him, but I think the Broncos, man. I just think the Broncos. Raiders. Who they get knocked? They lost to the Super Bowl team last year, right? The Bengals in the playoffs. Raiders.
Yeah, they lost,
yeah.
they got in the playoffs, yeah.
So I might.
And that
like
was
I
with-
said, I might change this when we come back.
And that was with a
but
ton of shit going on with the
as
Raiders.
of right now, Broncos, Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders. What you got, Jaime?
I got Chiefs, Broncos, Raiders, Chargers.
Chiefs,
I think that.
And I got the same thing as Jaime.
the same exact thing.
Now, I think it could change any direction.
I mean,
any team
I think,
could.
I think this is the division where it can go anywhere.
Okay, so this is the division where we're gonna have to
That
come
could
back.
that could exactly reverse itself and be Chargers, Raiders, Denver,
Yeah.
Kansas City, and I wouldn't be surprised.
We're gonna bring it back. But all right, I respect that. So now we're at the NFC. We're gonna go to the NFC, the other division. The NFC is it North?
North.
North.
All right. So this is what I have: Packers, Vikings, the Bears, and of course. The Lions are synonymous with the Jets with me, so I got them at 0. Badass. I'm sorry, I know we got a Jets man in the building. We got some Jets people, but the Lions are like okay, so here's what I'm gonna say. Let me back up. Until Aaron Rodgers gets knocked off that throne, I'm just giving him that division automatically. That's just how I feel. What you got, Jaime?
So I got the Bears over the Bikes. And then I have, of course, the Lions.
Who's the quarterback for the Vikings? Is it still Kirk
Cousins.
You like that? Do you like that?
It's still Cousins.
Cousins
You're
puts up
going
some
with-
numbers.
You're going with the Justin Fields cap. That's the Bears, right?
Yeah.
Over Kirk Cousins.
Cousins. It's gonna have to take a big step forward to do that.
We'll see.
And this is essentially, is this his first year or second year?
It's
Did
second
he
year on the
start last
team,
year?
but I
He
think
didn't
it's his
start
first.
last year, right?
This is his first year as a full-time starter.
Yeah.
So I think was it Trubisky that started the season last
Yeah.
year?
Yeah.
And then
they
Fields
brought
took
him
over.
in.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, I think he can. I think that they're
You're
talented.
taking them second in our division.
Yeah.
Well, he's got Allen Robinson to throw to. Oh wait, no, he doesn't anymore. Who's he throwing to?
Who you got in that division?
I think I had the same as you: the Packers, the Vikings, the Bears, and Detroit.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'll ride with. I was debating with the Packers. I don't know how far they're going to come back, but as long as it's a regular
I know,
season,
you're
I'll
a
take
big-
Aaron Rodgers.
You're big with the Devontae Adams things. That's what you keep talking about.
Yeah, well, who's he throwing to?
I'm a firm believer, and we can go on record with this. The quarterback makes the receivers. It's not the other way around. That's just how I feel. You're gonna see some cat that he starts hitting off, and you're gonna be like, "Damn, this dude's a household name now." Because that's Aaron Rodgers, man.
But he lost two of his receivers.
I think he'll be all right.
And the Cats, he's got a couple of rookies. We'll see how he gets along with them. And once they start running wrong routes or dropping balls, see if they ever see a ball again.
No, it's funny you say that because recently he already came out and went at some of those
Yeah.
cats. I heard
But I'm still going to pick them first. It's
Yeah.
just,
because the rest of the.
but if they get
division is
into the
open.
playoffs,
I see what
that's
you're
Aaron Rodgers.
All right.
I got the. Now we're gonna go to the NFC South.
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 Of course, I gotta go with Bucks 1,
this-
Panthers 2, Saints 3, Falcons 4. Anybody want?
It's the
Somebody
easy-
wants
it's
to
the
jump
easiest
in
division.
quick.
Yeah.
Somebody wants to jump in quick. You can't go against Brady. That's all I'm gonna say. The reason I put Panthers second, I think Baker Mayfield's gonna make some noise. He got something to prove. That's just my opinion. The Saints is Jameis Winston even
He's
playing?
done.
Is he done?
Yeah, he's out.
And
I don't know who they're
I know
going.
you guys said Kamara's not in jail, but I think he's going to jail.
They keep postponing the trial, so he's
And
not going to get in
I
this year.
have no clue who the quarterback is for the Falcons. Their defensive status. I don't know. Who's the
Oh,
quarterback
it's
for the Falcons?
what's his name?
I got no clue. Like at all.
Mariota, isn't it?
Mariota. Oh,
Is it
wow.
Mariota?
I don't even
Is
know.
it?
I honestly don't know who they're.
Pretty sure it's Mariota.
But what you got for that division, Jaime? Don't say you don't got the Bucks 1.
Oh no! It's the same. I had the same thing. Bucks 1, Panthers 2, Saints.
Okay. So
Falcons.
there's no argument there. Who you
Right.
got, Pete?
I got Tampa, New Orleans, Atlanta, Carolina.
Why New Orleans number 2?
Because they were a good team last year, and they still didn't have any good quarterback play. The Camaro was out all year. They got a decent defense. I can't. I mean, it should be a 4-game win for Tampa Bay. They should win by division by 4 games.
Okay, but I'm saying we're talking about the Saints. But who's the receiver, the big time receiver? Isn't he hurt too or something? What's his name? They signed him to a big contract a couple years ago. I can't think of his name.
For who, New Orleans?
Yeah, Saints. He was that dude too. We'll look it up after.
But,
Anyway.
all right, let's do the West first.
Nah.
We got to end up with the
we
East.
gotta
We got to end up with the East.
Yeah.
Well, let me explain to the people why we ended up with the East. But we're gonna do the West. But I'm gonna do the West first. All right. So the West, NFC West, I got Rams, Cardinals, Niners, Seahawks. The reason I have the Rams automatically, you can't front on the Super Bowl champs. So you just automatically give them number 1 by default. The Cardinals, I like Kyler Murray. They still got D-Hop, right?
Yeah, he's going to be
I
back.
like that combination. I put the Niners at 3 because they're not letting Jimmy G play. If Jimmy G was playing, I would put them at 2. I don't understand why cats be fronting on Jimmy G. During the regular season, he's that dude. The only time you have problems with him, playoffs and Super Bowls. But during the regular season, I would take Jimmy G. You know what I'm saying? And the Seahawks, the reason why I put them at the bottom, I feel like they're getting dismantled. Like they
are
trading
dismantled.
people, getting rid of people. So that's why I put them 4.
They're rebuilding.
But go ahead, honey.
I'm more or less got the same. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the Niners, put up 2 instead of the Cards.
Trey Lance.
You got Trey Lance. You got. I mean, it's still a good team. And their defense, you can't talk about the Niners defense.
Yo,
But
Debo was almost on the way out.
But he's not.
He's
He's
not.
coming back.
He's still there.
He's not out.
so I don't see it. I mean, I can see that maybe happening, but otherwise, I feel it could be the same exact that you said. What about you, Pete?
I got Arizona. Finishing first. Because I think the Rams are going to take a step back. They don't have Odell. So I think they could take a step back.
Was he really a factor last year?
He was a factor, and he was going to be the MVP if in the playoffs if he stayed in, if he didn't get hurt. But I just think Arizona is a good team. It could flip flop, and then you got San Fran and Seattle. I think if Lance has a season like everybody's talking about, because all the fantasy predictors are saying he's going to have a good season, I could see all 3 of them up at the same level, and then Seattle further back from everybody.
So what was you have? Cardinals?
Arizona, Rams, San Fran, and then Seattle.
All right. There you go.
They're all 3 good teams, those top teams.
All right. Now this is the this is where it gets a little saucy. I want to talk to you people, and I'm gonna talk to these 2 guys across the way from me. The reason why we picked this division last is because I am a lifelong Eagles fan, and these 2 guys are lifelong Cowboys fans. Now, let me be clear. I went back and forth picking this division. And just because I'm an Eagles fan, I'm still realistic. You know what I'm saying? So let me be clear. But with all that on the table, I got Eagles 1, Cowboys 2, Commanders 3, Giants 4. And let me be honest, I had the Cowboys for a long time at 1. I started watching a couple of the training camps and some of the stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, I don't jump on the hype train, but I have been watching our defense. I think the Eagles defense is going to be legit this year. And I like the acquisitions we made in the offseason. I keep saying me because I'm an Eagles guy. I like the receivers we picked up, the receivers we have. And I think and I hope Jalen Hurts, he's coming to play this year. What you got for the infamous NFC East, Jaime?
So actually, of course, I think until they knock him out, I got the Cowboys on 1.
Of course you do.
But I mean, look, like I said, the Eagles are very talented. They picked up a good players, but I like we talk about this until you beat them out.
Yeah, you them boys. I
think I got the Cowboys 1. I got Eagles 2. I got the Giants 3. I got the Cobra Commanders coming in.
Yeah, hating on Carson Wentz.
Carson
Wentz.
I don't know about Carson Wentz. Then one of their top defensive guys is out.
Oh yeah.
Somebody else got hurt, so we'll see. I think the Giants could maybe get 6-7 wins, come out in third place in that division.
Oh, I heard they're starting. Who's the quarterback? It's not gonna be Danny Dimes. I heard it's gonna be somebody else maybe.
Nah, it's gonna be Danny, isn't it?
As far as I know,
there was somebody else. Man, I wish I had this. Next time we're gonna.
Yeah, wish you did a little research, huh?
Yeah.
Top of our
But
research.
I think, like I said, I think the Cobra Commanders, if they don't, especially if health wise they don't get better, I think they might come in fourth in this division.
I heard they're close to signing Destro.
Hey,
that's what I'm hearing.
They need
Rumor on the
Destro.
street.
They need all of them. All right?
Okay, what you got, baby?
Oh, I got the Danny Dimes and New York Giants coming in fourth place. Washington in third, Eagles in second, and the Cowboys in first.
Explain yourself.
I think the Cowboys and Eagles are two very similar teams. Good running backs, some good wide receivers. The Cowboys are going to get a little healthier. And I think the Cowboys' defense, second year under Dan Quinn, is going to get even better next year. I mean, Hurts is good. I think Hurts is going to take a step up. But when that pass rush is coming at you, we'll see what he's going to do.
I agree with you. I can't dispute that. You heard it live. Everybody's picks, top to bottom, the whole NFL. We're going to revisit this midway and then at the end. See you guys on the other side.
Do you need t-shirts printed? Do you need a logo designed? Color Charged is #1 in print and design. From exquisite business cards to memorable coffee mugs, Color Charged has you covered. With a personal customized touch and over 15 years of experience. Who would you trust? Color Charged. Place your order today. If you're on Instagram, search Color Charged, and if you're on Facebook, search Color Charged. Color Charged. Color Charged. Color Charged. Color Charged. Color Charged. Color Charged.
What's going on? Time to talk about the NFL Hall of Fame. And was it a couple of weeks ago they had the Hall of Fame game? I wasn't really paying attention who was going into the Hall of Fame before the game. And then I saw the list. And I had to look and go, wait, what? Who? What? They're a Hall of Famer? Like Bryant Young, Richard Seymour. I'm like, what are their numbers? You know, I know they're good, but a Hall of Famer should stand out as a Hall of Famer to you. Like, you should just see the guy and go, oh, yeah, that's a Hall of Famer. No doubt about it.
I agree.
And I don't know. I started looking up numbers, and Richard Seymour he's got his Super Bowls with the Patriots, and he went to a bunch of Pro Bowls, but he's got 57 sacks besides his 3 Super Bowl appearances.
Who? Richard Seymour?
Richard Seymour played for the Pats,
Yeah.
and another one was Bryant Young. He's another one, has 89 sacks. Now, someone that didn't get the chance to get in there, and I know I'm a Cowboy fan, I'm a little biased,
Here we go.
was
Here we go,
DeMarcus
here we
Ware.
go. Oh, my God. Go ahead.
Well, Richard Seymour's got 57 sacks. I know he's got the Super Bowl rings. D. Ware has 138. D. Ware was in the draft class. I mean, this class that could have potentially been put in. And I just don't, like I said, Sam Mills, ton of tackles, but ton, like 1,300 tackles. But does he scream Hall of Famer to you? No. Leroy Butler? Cliff Branch probably should have been in there when put on with his peers, like Drew Pearson and guys in that time period, Lynn Swann. He should be. And Tony Baselli, he's a lineman. How do you judge that? You just got to kind of go with it. And he was really a real good lineman for a while. I don't care about the old timers or the coaches. They got to like either limit to 3 people. I think they can have anywhere from 4 to 6 players, active players go in. They got to limit it to like 3 to really whittle it down to who can get in and who can't. Because I know Deion Sanders recently was interviewed, and he was like, I should be in a different level compared to the rest of these cats.
I agree with him. It's just the way he went about saying it.
Well,
He was
it's
kind of a
Deion.
jerk, but I agree with him on
He's
that.
not wrong. He's just like was a jerk about the way he did it.
So, Hall of Fame, do they celebrate the elite athletes? Do the elite get in? Like, I don't know. So, here's what I think. It's the people that's doing the deciding, the people that get in. 9 times out of 10, it's dudes or maybe even chicks. They never even played the sport. You know? So, I think there's a moral and ethics thing that goes on, or like not to flip over to another Hall of Fame, like the dude that did Jeter dirty. You know what I'm saying? It might have been that one time that he didn't give the guy an interview, and this whoever this writer is or the person that does the voting, he's like, well, he never, you know what I'm saying? He holds a personal grudge. I do think the people that do the decision making, they hold personal grudges and they let their personal feelings get involved. That's one element.
But the NFL has a committee. It's not writers like baseball. That baseball thing.
Dude, did these guys play the sport though?
Yeah, most of the guys are
Did they?
involved in playing or running teams, right?
Yeah.
I mean, as far as I know, so they should know better.
Well,
But
I
they
still
just
say
let
there's a human element then.
There just should be a different level to get in the Hall of Fame.
Okay, let me say this, and then I'm gonna pass it to Jaime. I have another theory, and I know you guys might not agree with this, but this is my theory. I want to know who came along and said it was okay to give out the trophy to everybody. I want to know, like, what generation was it? I know it wasn't my generation. You know what I'm saying?
Wasn't Generation
Like,
X.
This is what I feel it falls in line with when we started celebrating mediocrity. And I'm not saying it's not okay when you're like a little kid, but at some point you can't give the same trophy to the first place person to the fifth place person. It just doesn't work that way. I feel like that's what the Hall of Fame is turning into. And my last thought, what are they going to do when computers start making who goes into the Hall of Fame? Then we'll have a real Hall of Fame because they're not going to deal with any kind of emotions or anything. It'll be strictly numbers. Facts. What do you think, Jaime?
I mean, I think right now it's the Hall of Very Good. But I think that's a lot. That's a very common thing. You know, like it happens with basketball. When we talk about the Basketball Hall of Fame,
Yeah.
literally, especially because the Basketball Hall of Fame is all of basketball. It's not just the NBA Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Like anything you did in college, anything you did in the international, they
They put
take
the
that-
women in too, right? Is it
Yeah.
WNBA?
Yeah, it's a basketball Hall
Yeah,
of Fame. So it's just
all
like
right.
basketball in general. So it's, but like what I'm saying, like the NBA players, it's everything you did in the NBA, anything you did in college, anything you did in the international level. Like they take all of that into account to decide whether you're a Hall of Famer or not. So I don't know if that's what the NFL is trying to do right now, because some of these players, you know, like like P said, you should know. Like the person is a Hall of Famer. That should scream out to you, like it shouldn't be a question. Of course, there's some people who on the edge, maybe have good numbers, maybe they didn't get enough wins, they had maybe a shorter career, but like for the most part, Hall of Famers you should know off the bat. Like Emmitt Smith, Hall of Famer. Lawrence Taylor, Hall of Famer.
It's just screaming. It's just, to me, it's just screaming personal issues that people. For me, it's political and it's personal, and it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be.
Well, they're not keeping people out. They're just putting people in that shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Like I can see if there are people that weren't getting in, like in baseball with the whole steroid thing.
Okay, but that's just as. I'm not gonna say it's just as bad, but if you're gonna let everybody in, where's exclusiveness? Like.
And that's what
we're complaining
that's what
about.
we're complaining about is that like it's supposed to be the Hall of Fame. It's supposed to be the elite players, the guys that you knew could carry a franchise.
Okay, let me flip it then. Maybe they're running. So this is like every year, right? Every year they do this. So they pick people. Maybe they're probably reaching at straws. Who really has numbers? You know what I'm saying?
Well, they don't have to put all these
You
people
don't have to
in.
vote anybody in.
But that's what I'm saying.
And they keep doing it.
My point is, I think there's a factor where they're like, we gotta put so many people in to make it more interesting to have this person talk or do this and do that, because it's a whole big ceremony and everything. Right?
I definitely thought about that aspect of it, because like if you have 2 people go in or 3 people go in, how are they going to make a big deal about it on a
Nobody's gonna-
Sunday
like, you
and have
gotta-
8 hours of speeches and all these people
Exactly,
show
'cause
up?
You have a football game tied to this thing and everything.
But at the same time, if you're the NFL and you're trying to, you Canton is the Hall of Fame is the heart of it. You don't want to cheapen the Canton experience, and I'm not, but a lot of these guys just don't jump out and say that guy was a Hall of Famer to me.
Well, Leroy Butler. What do you think of? He was a good safety, won a Super Bowl, but he's not a Hall of Famer. He didn't put up incredible numbers. You should either the incredible numbers or a lot of Super
Okay,
Bowls.
so here's my point once again. Who are you putting instead of him? If there's
No,
somebody,
I'm not putting him in.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying.
Like
they're
that-
trying
so
to.
this-
They're trying to. I feel like they're trying to fill a void or a gap for this whole.
And they're making the Hall of Fame worse because they're doing that. I mean,
If
in my opinion,
If that is the case, then yeah, I don't.
Baselli, Branch, and maybe Seymour should have went in.
Cliff Branch.
Yeah, Cliff Branch from back in the day with the Raiders.
I disagree with you with Seymour. Oh, you're saying maybe Seymour.
Maybe Seymour,
I don't
but
think
he's
he
got
has
3 Super
numbers.
Bowls, so that's why he's got to be in there.
Should the Super Bowl count?
Well, it does, because you look at the
No, because
Steelers that are in, or even Joe Namath.
But I'm agreeing with you.
But
I'm saying,
Joe Namath is kind of in because he's Joe Namath more than.
Exactly,
No,
but-
Hall of Fame is personally you. Like, if he wasn't on that team and didn't go to those Super Bowls, would we still be talking about him in the Hall of Fame? It shouldn't be about the Super Bowls, just to me.
But they made that legend in the Super Bowls. Like Terry Bradshaw he put up huge numbers. He didn't have a career like Peyton Manning, but and even Lynn Swann and Franco Harris.
Franco Harris was a big.
They made their legends in the Super Bowl. You look at their numbers; they're good. Namath, I was telling you earlier, Kerry Collins has 14,000 more yards than Joe Namath passing, and 25 more touchdowns. Kerry Collins. Should Kerry Collins be in? I don't think so.
I don't know, man. I can't disagree with you.
Like I said, I thought the class probably should have been 3 people, and if you want to give them another one where they, the old timers get voted in by the other people, the other committee, maybe 1 or 2 of them. They don't really matter to me, but
I agree with you, man. So we're all in agreement that the Hall of Fame's a joke then.
I think it's. I don't think it's a joke yet, but I think it's getting on that way, especially with depending on what the rest of these next classes are going to look like. If you're going to start,
it's already trending that way. What do you think? What do you think they're going to do?
I wouldn't say it's.
You think it gets better from here?
I wouldn't say
No.
one class is a trend, but you got to see what they're going to do. But like I said, it definitely should be the Hall of Fame, not the Hall of Very Good. It should be the elite players, and it should be an honor because you're gonna get your bronze bust.
Yeah, numbers shouldn't be retired. Busts shouldn't be made unless you're one of the very best. Now, this just happened over the weekend with the Yankees, where
Paul O'Neill.
I love Paul O'Neill. He played half his career with the Yankees. That was the best half of his career, and they won some World Series. He had some key plays in there, but he should, retire his number. I love the guy, but retire his number and put a little plaque in. No, you can't do it for everybody.
I agree, man. Like, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just trying to bring up different points. Why I think that they do it, and I still say it's like it's so much involved in it. You know what I mean?
No, absolutely. There's a lot involved, but at the same time, I mean, for the experience, for the notoriety, for the acclaim, I think you gotta, you can't cheapen some of these things, because then what does it mean to get the bronze bust? You're gonna get your mustard yellow coat.
You heard your boy Dion. He said, "Yo, I need a different jacket."
Yeah.
He's like, "I want a red or green jacket."
But I mean, he's kind of true, because I mean, you can't put some of these guys in the same class as Dion as far as in the Hall of Fame. So then are you gonna do the? You're gonna level the Hall of Fame? You walk in, it's the 1 stars that just barely got in. You got the 2-star people. You got the 3 stars, and you got the elite.
I agree with you. So we're all in agreement. I want to take my time to thank everybody for tuning in to the Comeback Kings. We're gonna run it back maybe next week or the week after. I appreciate everybody for viewing, and we'll see you on the backside.
Come back again.
All right, see ya.
Right side, caught by Diggs. Stay up. Oh my God! Oh my God! Birdie! No way! Are you kidding me? The finish! It's a Minneapolis
Is going to put the ball in a play. He's not being guarded. It goes to Bird. Bird up fakes. Bird takes the shot. It's gone! It's gone! Oh my goodness! I can't believe it! It is gone from the